BBC Radio 2 star Scott Mills has been entertaining the nation for years, but it hasn't come without its explosive controversies. The second series of Celebrity Race across the world is finally returning to our screens, and this year is set to be bigger and better than ever. The new installment of the BBC show will be graced by a fresh influx of stars, including model Kelly Brook, TV presenter Jeff Brazier, actor Cola Bocchini, and the much-loved BBC Radio 2 presenter Scott Mills. Teaming up with his new spouse Sam Vaughan, Mills is ready to tackle the journey from northern Brazil to southern Chile with a dramatically low budget. The star-studded teams will then compete to make it across the finish line without the use of phones, credit cards or flights, with just a map, a GPS device and a travel guide to help them. Ahead of the nail-biting series, let's revisit some of the 51-year-old's most controversial moments before the adventure reality show kicks off. Delving into Scott Mills' turbulent past, a significant flashpoint in his career was when his BBC Radio 1 programme came under the corporation's scrutiny in 2017 due to allegations of sexism and inappropriate jokes. Despite the uproar, Ofcom gave the green light, asserting, "We investigated a series of jokes made in this program broadcast as part of comic relief." They added, "While we acknowledge that some of the jokes had the potential to offend, we found they were unlikely to have exceeded most listeners' expectations." Another instance that saw Scott's show hitting the headlines was when he interviewed Katy Perry and pulled a prank on her involving her then-husband Russell Brand. Scott reminisced, "I thought it would be funny to hire a Russell lookalike. I found a bloke who, when he turned up, really looked like Russell and could do the voice. So we sent fake Russell into the studio, and Katy absolutely freaked out and ran. We didn't know they were having relationship troubles, so it was a bit misjudged. But I remember hearing her saying, 'I'm not going back out there,' multiple times. I pleaded with her to come back. She's wicked and did, but she said, 'You need to play my records for the rest of our life on the radio to make up for it.' It was my most awkward moment on Radio 1. Scott found himself in a bit of bother last year as well when he was flooded with complaints from BBC Radio 2 listeners. He had encouraged drivers to honk their horns to see if they would respond, which some responded, labeling it as a dangerous driving stunt.